So my brother was here this weekend, and this is another one of his comics, and we enjoyed looking at all of his recent pickups, if that's even the right word to use, with the kind of comics he's getting, man. He's ridiculous. And he's got me really jealous what he's picking up, but hey, because I'm helping him out, I'm getting to hold some of them for a little bit longer. So I'm going to be showing some of these comics to you guys here on the YouTubes. And this is more World War II era goodness here, and I'll show you right off the bat what we have, and then, well, to show you the cover art first or the banner first. Let's go with the cover art first, dude, really, because this is another one that's, the cover alone is, I don't even know what to say, man. Let me just start showing you what's happening here, okay? I'm jealous. Suffice it to say, I'm very jealous that my brother is able to pick up these kinds of comics. He's a little bit out of my league here with what he's picking up. And these are crazy, man. That's Hitler and Hirohito, for those of you historical buffs. And they're obviously captured. American troops cheering there in the background. American GIs. Let's try to get this in better focus. And the character that has done this in 1944 is when this is published, and we'll get to exactly what this is in a minute here, is this bad boy right here, the Grim Reaper, who was originally introduced in, I forget the name of the comic, Fighting Yank or something like that. I know it's number 7. I'd have to double check, but this is not the Grim Reaper's first appearance. And he's kind of funny looking, if you ask me. He's got the skull there on his cape, but there's something about this cover that just works, man. Here, let's do the pan out now. I mean, the thing that really caught my eye is what I'm about to show you here on the bottom, aside from the Hitler and Hirohito artwork. Sorry for shaking my hand here too much. I get excited about World War II covers that have swastikas on them. Not because I'm a Nazi fanatic or something. I realized I better stop showing with these World War II covers. I better stop showing little, what do you call it, the thumbnail to choose for a video. I better stop showing them that have swastikas on them, or somebody might get the wrong idea. But look at this, man. Look at this. Like 1/3 of the cover art is covered with a Japanese flag and a swastika flag, as this bad boy hero from the Golden Age defeats Hitler and Hirohito, and the GIs are cheering in the background. How much better could it be? And of course it's a Schoenberg cover. Of course it's a Schoenberg cover. And this, what this is, guys, is Wonder Comics #1 from Nidor Publications. What I'm learning was also called Better Publications right around this time period. Is when they're making the transition, I think, in terms of publishing houses. And this is a CBCS 7.5 off-white to white pages. Obviously we've got more going on here on the interior than just the Grim Reaper story. But holy crap, how is that for a cover, huh? Oh my! Let's show you the back. Very cool back ad. Here's where, this is not a tear here. This is actually just a really strange pattern here on the dust shadow. There is a tear right here. That's the major damage on the back cover. Other than that, it's a dust shadow pretty much going around all the perimeter. Again here, that's not a tear. It's some weird, I wouldn't call it foxing, but some weird kind of staining that happened with the way the dust shadow formed there. You'll see it was a little bit uneven with the way the dust shadow formed around some of the edges. And that, of course, made it tricky when we were looking at it together, trying to figure out exactly what the condition was of this book, even though it is slabbed. Always got to be careful. And I thought that was a pretty cool, but simple back cover, huh? Letter to a POW. I mean, talk about World War II action. And just a little bit that, I mean, I haven't learned, I honestly don't know very much about the Grim Reaper, so I kind of started learning once this came around here, trying to learn a little bit more about the Grim Reaper. His quick little character story. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm pretty much just going to paraphrase off of a couple different web pages that I learned this stuff off of because I thought it was kind of cool. He's just a total World War II slut, basically, which I love for a comic book hero. Doesn't have any superpowers, no superpowers, which is pretty common for a Golden Age superhero. Just uses a gun and his sword to fight and defeat the Nazis throughout a lot of his early appearances here in the early 40s during World War II. His real name is Bill Norris. What do we got here about him? I don't want to read exactly what I'm seeing on the screen. That'd be stupid just for me to read to you what I'm seeing. But basically, he's got an origin story that has to do with him fighting Nazis. He's just fighting Nazis his whole life, more or less. And I am in love with this comic. The colors pop on it like crazy, dude. The colors on this are nuts. I wish I could, I don't know how. Let me see if I can try to move over to better lighting here. I'm worried about getting the glare. Here, this is a little better. This is a little bit better. You can see really how much that red and yellow are still vibrant and full. When I saw this, I was really amazed at how good the colors are. I mean, you just don't see colors that stay this bold and bright from comics from this era very often, you know. And it is a 7.5, and I think a lot of that is coming from the dust shadow on the back cover here and this tear, because it does have a dust shadow around basically the entire perimeter, worst on the top edge and on the left edge. But crazy, right? Okay, don't want to make these videos too long, but I just thought that was one hell of a cover. Wowza, wowza. Sorry, I'm going to have to just add this one little bit onto the end, guys. I just read this off this one webpage, and I thought it was really cool, so I just wanted to share it since you've been looking probably this far into the video at this cover art. Worth knowing a little bit more about the Grim Reaper than I said just in that quick little 5 minutes before. So, one more minute, here we go. Listen to this. Pretty much just going to read you something word for word about the Grim Reaper here, who's obviously doing some World War II badass superhero action. Bill Norris, that's the Grim Reaper, was studying at Sorbonne in Paris, France, when the Nazis occupied the city. Intervening in a Nazi harassment of a citizen, Norris was arrested and sent to a concentration camp. While at the concentration camp, he helped an old man who confided in Norris that he was the leader of the French underground and that he knew the location of an important French underground general. Convenient, no? Si, senor. Sorry, that's my own stupid little interjection. Lost my place. Where were we here? Oh, okay. Yeah, right. The French underground general, who had conveniently been safely brought to Africa to continue the battle against the Nazis. Fashioning an all-black Grim Reaper outfit, Norris, with the help of the French citizenry, rescued the general. And here you can see he's definitely not in all-black, is he? I have another comic, actually, of mine where he is still in all-black, but here he's in purple and white. He was at one point #1 on the Gestapo's wanted list in comic book land. The Grim Reaper was often shown working behind enemy lines in the German underground, while getting a machine that broadcast electrical sparks in order to short circuit any motor within range, including planes. In Germany, the Grim Reaper made his way across England. Like a champ, in one adventure, the Reaper brings special Nazi Zeppelin to England and wants nothing more than to go back to the continent. The only reward I want is a chance to fight the Nazi beasts again and again, said the Reaper, to spread terror among the foulest terrorists the world has ever known. Tremble, you Nazis, the Grim Reaper is coming back. I like it. I like it. Interesting there, the terrorist lingo, if you caught that. That kind of just caught my eye. Interesting, that word was being used even back then. Alright guys, that's all for now. Later on.